Hey everybody, it's time for a PNN pop-up. What do you say? I just went to the post office and this location is pretty close to where that is, so thought I'd kind of do a couple things in one trip. It's July 11th. We're in the aftermath of the full moon in the sign of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, which has to do with Saturn, sorry, I'm just trying to find the right spot. Saturn has to do with, like discipline and hard lessons, and Saturn can really be our friend. Even though it's like associated with the father figure and hard work and structure and even like religion and dogma is in there. Anywhere where there's like strictness, it's kind of ruled by Saturn. I'm not an astrologer. I just play one on YouTube. So we go to Kathy Beale for that. In light of the absolute never-ending chaos and destruction that's happening in this country, which will be temporary. And I'm saying that with the knowing that enough American people will rise up against fascism. Big rally coming up on the 17th in memory of John Lewis. Good trouble. We're making good trouble. Don't ever let the fear of being too loud or offending other people get in your way. Because when it comes to this fascist regime sending innocent people to torture camps, make no mistake, Alligator Alcatraz, there's no way that that should ever be allowed anywhere. And it's just shocking that that's happening here. So when it comes to standing up for human rights, our human right to not be sent to a death camp and tortured, even the worst criminals don't get that. For some criminals that are really heinous, even the death sentence would be better than that. For some real criminals, right? So don't ever let people pull you down that attempt to tell you, oh, there's nothing you can do. Oh, don't be so loud. I've been through this. That's why I'm relaying this. You really have to be tough and not take it personally. I think about the experience that I had in the parades, the few parades, which was mostly positive, but man, some people get their ire up because somebody's standing up for what's right. And maybe it's because they're not standing up for what's right, and you kind of make them feel like less than. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to pull 3 cards right now about where the American people are. And join us tonight, not too long from now, 7 p.m. Eastern for our live stream, Psychic News Network. We've been doing that for like 6 years now, so everybody who's a regular, you know, that's the schedule. Please hit the thumbs up and please consider booking a session with me to keep the income flowing and keep this channel alive. Oh, I just got my backpack full of salt water. So here we are, about the American people. I have the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands, which tells me that there are things in motion that will be coming to light, that are going to come to light quickly. And the 9 of Pentacles, a lot of evidence against this administration coming up, justice being strong, and we have a little bit of a relief. We have to take it where we can get it. We have a little bit of a win. So I think I'm getting the sense that justice is happening and that we're going to see it putting a wedge in what this fascist regime is attempting to continue to do. The Three of Cups is like, bravo, you know, we got somewhere with something really important. Is that the Epstein files? I think that it feels like a few things all bundled into one, in terms of, yes, finally something that resembles justice is happening. There's a lot of irrefutable evidence of crimes being committed, and when we find out, it's going to be a quick finding out. It's going to be like, wow, really? Like that. So let's ask the Pendulum if that's related to the Epstein files. Let's take a peek. These are a big pendulum. Is this related to the Epstein files? Is something really big comes crashing down? Okay, no, it's something else. Is it exacerbated by the Epstein file? Yeah, okay, so something that comes to light that's not specifically about the Epstein files, but that ramps it up. So let's ask this. Is what I'm picking up on news about the election being rigged? Is that, yes, that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, let's ask when might we hear about, and would it be over the weekend? Yes. So look for news over the weekend, and I see, like, the guides are showing me, look for question marks. Was the election rigged? Look for that over the next few days. I think you're going to find it. I think you're going to find that people are asking some serious questions. And it feels like the thing that won't go away. I feel a persistence about it, like you know. And it is true about the Epstein files. This isn't going to go away. But this feels like the news that the cards are indicating has to do with the election being rigged. We're going to see some of these things just dovetail. And all the while, the MAGAs are going to be really, really disillusioned. There's many, many reasons nowadays for them to be disillusioned, because there's so much that was promised that the opposite is happening. I can never get out of my mind the October, I think it was the 28th or 27th, right around that time, the Madison Square Garden rally with the racism. It was like a convention of the most vile humans, where they were calling Puerto Rico an island of garbage, and they were holding up signs that said mass deportations now, and that really got me very, very, very upset, because I think I had a strong sense of what that meant and what was actually coming. I think I had a pretty good idea of what that would mean. At that time, we believed that Kamala would win because Kamala won. And so that's what was going on there. But now that the MAGAs are finding out what actually the repercussions of what they were asking for are, they're turning. So let's pull 3 cards about Dumpy, and we'll look more at what's going on later tonight. This is one of the quieter beaches. There's just one guy over there walking his old dog. This beach actually smells kind of bad. It's low tide and it smells like low tide, but it really is beautiful. 3 cards about Dumpy's mental state. How about that? I did do a video last night. Check it out if you didn't see it, about Pam Blondie and Carolyn Lying Levitt and Marco Rubio and somebody else. Check that one out. I was on the porch at the Ralph Waldo Emerson Inn, the Moonrise Party. Dumpy right now. 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This is where he is. The burden on Dumpy right now is really, really heavy. I get the sense that he just keeps sloughing it off, like, oh, I'm not going to look at that, I'm not going to deal with that, I'm not going to, let me just go golfing kind of thing. But the Five of Pentacles is, I don't know how this is possible, but it feels like he's destitute financially. Is that financially? Let me ask. Is it financial? Because it feels like he's out of money. How can that be with all that he's stealing from us? Is he feeling destitute about money? How weird. Well, all that crypto stuff, that's not like real money. I don't know really if that's ever gonna totally catch on. I don't know. I get that he's feeling destitute. It could be all the lawsuits. Can we believe this is what we have in our government? I know, it's hard. Three of Wands. There's this sense of trying to get ahead, but just kind of falling behind, like pushing a rock up a hill and then it just kind of falls, and then pushing it back up again, and it's like, I don't know what that Greek myth is, but you know what I mean. Not really getting anywhere, keeping on starting to initiate plans for something, and they're not getting anywhere. So Dumpy has a heavy load to carry. It's like the law of diminishing returns here. Lots of diminishing returns. Trying to build something that's just not flying. That could be the tariffs. That's what I'm picking up that is. That could be the tariffs. Oh, that just fell apart. My pendulum just fell apart. Let's choose this one. Is this about the tariffs? Yeah, that's what that is. That's about the tariffs. Interesting. Okay. Let's look at a couple more things. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. Make sure you get outside in the cool hours. We all need nature. If you're in the northern hemisphere, most of us are. Get outside for the summer. You know how awful it can be in the winter. Just take advantage of it. You might not have this, but you have nature. And some of you do have the ocean. Let's pull 3 cards on Stephen Miller. I know. I'm going there. How is he doing with his Nazism? We have to call it what it is. It's from Hitler's era that they're pulling all their plans from what Hitler did. We can't sugarcoat it. How's Miller doing? 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Justice is coming for him, finding the connections that he has to our enemies. Queen of Swords, 10 of Swords. Stephen Miller is a mess. It looks like the Queen of Swords here. It's indicating Katie Miller, his wife. I still pick up that she's telling on Stephen Miller. Let's ask the Pendulum. And his nefarious connections to dark money and to human trafficking and prison systems. Lots of dark money changing hands. Stephen Miller is right in the thick of that. And I feel like his wife is going to out him as much as she can while keeping herself safe. So let's ask this. Is Stephen Miller's wife, Katie, going to tell on him? Kind of, sort of. Okay. Is somebody else going to tell on him in terms of the connections that he has? Yes. Yeah. Let's ask this. Are these concentration camps going to be shut down within weeks? Not within weeks. Are the concentration camps going to be shut down? I know they're going to get shut down. It's a matter of when. Will they be shut down within a month? Will the concentration camps be shut down within 2 months? Within 2 months. So today's July 11th. By September 11th. Yeah, we'll look more into it later on. In the meantime, once again, to book a session, psychic@eon.com, and I'll see you later on. Please hit the thumbs up. Help me to grow my channel. You can share my videos, people get a view of the beach, and I appreciate all of you. See you soon. Namaste.